So I am going to show you how I changed the oil on my Subaru. This Subaru Outback has got to be the easiest oil change of all the vehicles I've ever owned. And I'll show you why. First off, the oil filter is right here on top. Not underneath the engine in some obscure place, but right there on top. Super easy. I'll show you how I do that. I don't even need to raise the car up. I can get it from here. That's the oil plug right there. It's a 17 millimeter. So what you want to do is grab your oil thing, your oil container that you have. Be absolutely certain that you take this drain plug out. I've done that before and I've had problems, as you can imagine. This is just perfectly done like this. Again, I don't even need to raise the car up. $17 millimeter is what it is. And let's see if I can do this and hold the camera at the same time. It's right there. Okay, here we go. There we go. Now, invariably, I don't care how clean you are about things, you're going to get oil on your hand. You're going to get oil, hopefully not on the floor, but I'm going to take this now, get my other hand in here, and hold the camera. This is an action shot. There we go. Just like that. And I usually just kind of put it there. Make sure you open up the air vent. I almost made that mistake. You can hear the oil going into the container. And yes, I got oil on my hand, and I'll wipe that off and take it from there. So it's been a couple minutes now, and you can still see that the oil is still draining out. The engine's cold when I pulled it in here into my little shop. There's the washer and the nut. I just let those lay down in the container. It's not a big deal. I will wait and let that all drain out till it's just dripping. It's on a pretty steady right now, so we'll just leave that alone. It's not going to hurt nothing. I'm not in a big rush. Just let that drain all out, and then we'll put it back together. And again, no matter how hard you try, have some paper towels ready to go. I of course got some on my hands and on the floor a little bit. A lot of people wear latex gloves. I do not like them. They don't fit well on my hands, and my hands sweat. I'm not a professional mechanic, so I don't change oil. I don't have my hands in oil like that a lot. But anyway, paper towel, a container, and a 17 millimeter wrench. And I'm just laying on a towel, and it's very easy. Again, this is probably the easiest car to change oil in. Don't forget your washer, and make it kind of snug. And that is the easiest part right here. Wipe it off a little bit. And the underside is completed. I've always liked to pre-lube my oil filters, even on my Subaru. I just put enough oil in here to where it starts to come up and then I stop. It'll drain down a little bit, which is fine. Remember, this is put on upside down inside the car, so some of it will spill out. We don't want that, so let's take it to the car and put it in. And this is why Subarus are so cool, because of the way this oil filter sits here on top of the engine. Mine's on there pretty stiff. I think they get harder and harder. I think they get tighter and tighter as the Let's spin it off pretty good, pretty quick, because there's oil in there, as you can see. And we'll just take our rag here and we'll just kind of soak it up a little bit. This problem right here is when there's oil in the filter. I would much rather deal with this than crawling underneath of a car that is just absolutely miserable trying to get the filter off. And so we'll take a little bit of oil here and we will put it on our deal here. Remember, I put a little bit of oil in this and we just put that on there like so. Kind of give it a few turns to tighten. Just like so. Now all we need to do is add some fuel, some oil. Get yourself a clean, make sure your funnel is clean. Sometimes they get dust and stuff inside there when you store them. This is where the oil goes in. There we go, it sits nice. So we're going to start adding our oil. Like so. Now's a good time for you to question yourself whether or not you put the drain plug back in the oil pan. I know I did. I have made this mistake in the past, forgetting the oil and then start to put the oil in the car. You only do it once and then you realize that, whoops. Okay, about that much right now, and we will let that drain down and we will check our dipstick. Now Subarus, at least mine is anyway, is very sensitive when it comes to the oil. It doesn't take much of it to be low, and anyway, that's the high mark right there. It's of course the low mark, but I've had my oil light come on when the oil is right about in there where my finger's at. Seems like Subarus are kind of that way. So I got a ways to go. Makes sense. Okay, I have probably half a quart in here right now. Again, I'll let that drain down into the oil pan a little bit, and let's check our level to see what we have. Okay. So we're right about there right now. Now I know that we're getting close. At today's prices, I tried to get all of this. So that's 5 quarts. We'll just let this sit there and drain a little bit. So I've waited a couple of minutes because I know the oil is now draining into the pan, and I am going to check the level here. It should be right on the money, which it is. It's right to the high mark right here, and that's 5 quarts plus a little tiny bit into the oil filter. Okay, let's wrap this up. Take away our oil that's been draining. Take away our funnel, and make sure you put this back on. Also, make sure that the O-ring is seated in here as well. Make sure the O-ring is good. And that concludes changing the oil in a 2013 Subaru. It's the smaller of the boxer engines. It's not the 6-cylinder, it's a 4-cylinder, and it is super easy to do. It really is. Just make sure that you, on your pan that you use, make sure that the oil can go into that freely. Use a 17mm wrench. Put a towel down, and you can slide underneath there. You don't need to raise the car at all. The oil filter is right here up on top. Super easy to do and super easy to install. Thank you so much.